Okay, if this works, let's see. Can I type things in? You know what? This is making, I think this is gonna work. Okay, our next guest is the incredible, the incomparable, Jake Taylor.
There it is.
Hello.
Hi.
How you
Hello.
doing?
You're doing a great job.
I'm not. I don't know how
You're
to work.
you're doing a great job.
You know what's funny is I think Liza initially was like, nah, I don't want to host anything. I don't want to interview my cast. She's like, I do it enough. I'm so good. So when they asked me, I was like, Liza should do it, and she was like, nah, I'm gonna make you do it. I was like, cool, that's fun.
No, it's great. It's a good exercise, and you're doing a phenomenal job. Hello. Hi, chat. Hi, everybody. Hello.
I'm starting to see comments on the bottom now, so this is good. But I have some questions for you from fans. Also, where are you right now? You're in a vehicle.
I'm in my car, sitting outside of a Starbucks that my lovely fiance is grabbing for me. Thanks, baby. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Ellie's here. Hello.
Hi.
Just answering some fan questions.
What did you guys get? What are your drink orders?
Well, I think she just got me. Did you get anything for yourself?
I don't need a coffee right now.
No, she doesn't need coffee right now. She just got me a coffee.
Oh, she's wearing a mask like a queen.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore, but I was.
Oh my gosh, you haven't met yet, have you?
No.
Oh, Ellie, Sabrina, Ellie.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We got a social distance hang at some point in time.
We do. It was really funny to be able to celebrate with the cast on Zoom on the day of the release. Everybody together was so special because a lot of our cast is obviously in Toronto, and then our director is in Colorado, and then Michelle is in the Bronx, and we're in LA. Like everyone's all over the place, and so it was really cool for everyone to come together.
Absolutely, it was a good moment.
And I'm glad we didn't do that on Instagram Live though, because there definitely would have been technical difficulties.
Well, and that Laura kind of hosted it. Like that was really,
so sweet.
She's just the best. She's the best.
I have some fan questions for you. Answer as you will. This one
Great.
is so funny, and I want to know this because I feel like this is like your life story. But where did you learn to dance?
I learned to okay.
Okay. I want the specific place.
The specific place was my living room with a VHS tape that I ordered off of the infomercial, the 1-800 this, that, and the other. Is a tape called Darren's Dance Grooves, and it Darren Henning, who he choreographed for Britney Spears and Jordan Knight and NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys and a whole bunch of different artists. He put like this wonderful, just like delicious 2002 like infomercially kind of dance tape together, and that was literally the beginning of my loving dance just in general. And then it that progressed to drama club in school, and then that progressed to a theater company that I was a part of as a kid, and that's where like all of my training and stuff really began. And then I continue to hone that with a couple of different studios around Birmingham, as well as just coming back and forth between Birmingham and LA and taking classes all the time. It was a great means of exercise for me. Like it was interesting because I knew early on that I didn't want to just like be a dancer. They work too hard, frankly. They put their bodies through too much. I'm just like, you know what? I'm good. I will dance when I need to dance. I'll dance in projects and musicals and that kind of thing. But a lot of training came through all of that, and I'm really grateful that I have it in my body and that I get to exercise that. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Hi, Myth. That's one of my streamer buddies in chat right now. What's up, Myth? How you doing, baby?
Yeah, and because you've done it in so many different ways. I mean, for people that don't know, we go back to me being 12. Literally, that was the first time.
Literally, yeah. The RDMAs.
Yo, yeah. The first one,
the inaugural RDMAs where there wasn't any security and it was really fun.
Come and get it. I'm still sweating. That's so crazy. Like, since then, you've been able to like obviously bring your talent so many different films and TV shows, and obviously on Broadway. Like, what would you say? Oh my gosh, I really feel like an interviewer. This is
I love it.
Yeah.
Sabrina, you're impressing me right now. I'm not gonna lie. Beef has got it down.
I'm trying my best.
I love it.
But what would you say is your favorite, I guess, kind of way to contribute your talents to? I mean, is it harder for you on Broadway? Is it more fun for you to do it live? Is it more fun to do movies? Because they're obviously it's a completely different process. And
right. Yeah, I mean, I think that in terms of artistic stimulation, they exist in all facets, right? Like for me personally, I get artistic stimulation out of streaming on Twitch. I get artistic stimulation out of being in a meeting, you know, and I could develop a meeting for a film I'm producing. I get artistic fulfillment and stimulation out of being in a rehearsal space, being on stage, being on set. Like it's all there. I think that really diving into it, I think that the instant gratification and the kind of electric dynamic that you share with an audience when you're in a theater is on a completely different level. That's I mean, you know this. I mean, I know you got 2 shows in. I know.
okay.
But it's there, and that experience is there, and you'll go back, and it'll be great. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. I think it's always just kind of been my favorite. And I think that growing up, I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years now. There was a huge element of me that was like, I love it all. How could I ever pick my favorite? I love doing all of the things. And I realized I was like, it's okay to have a favorite, and it's okay to talk about that. Broadway, for sure. That's definitely my favorite.
You have a favorite. It's funny too because people do ask that question all the time. Like, your favorite has to be the one that you stick to. It's like, no, like I enjoy this, but I still get fulfillment, and obviously you get to share your talents through and you reach so many people by getting to do films like this. I think it's so incredible, and we were so lucky to have you in this movie because you literally like are Jake Taylor. In other ways, you're not Jake Taylor, but we all realize in a lot of ways that you are. And
I appreciate that.
This question is really funny. How did Jake pay his rent?
Everyone's laughing. He might have hit the pole. It's hard to say. You know, man, that's a really great question. I think that it was one of those like paycheck to paycheck moments. It also didn't last for too long. Jake ghosted Quinn for a minute, but you know, I think he figured it out. I think he I don't know, maybe he taught privates. Maybe I have no clue. Maybe he taught privates. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just, you know, wasn't working at the studio anymore, but the parents really loved him still and still wanted their kids to be taught by him. So they like figured it out. I think that's probably what happened.
I like this narrative. I think through these questions we are writing the sequel and we don't realize it.
Potentially, yeah. Potentially.
What would you say, and you were also like back and forth shooting between this and other things, but what would you say when you were around, like, was your favorite moment of being a part of working or favorite scene to film?
Oh man.
I know it's low.
I mean,
it was summer camp.
It really was like that. And that's been my favorite way to describe our process, right? Is that they threw a bunch of us in Toronto, which is an awesome city and provides a lot. And, you know, you can kind of do anything there, which is really great. Obviously, COVID wasn't a thing at that point, so we could freely go and have wings and watch, you know, Raptors games and that kind of thing. But, yeah, I mean, what I've been saying, which I think is not too dissimilar from what we've all been describing the process. Like, it's like they threw us all in a city and let us all dance and be fools, and we kind of accidentally made a movie after all of that. You know, all of a sudden there was just a great film that we made and had a great time. Sabrina, I laughed so much. Like, didn't we all? Like, I feel like that was probably the most comedic set I've ever been a part of. Like, I knew every day I'd get the set and we would just buckle in laughter at something. Usually Liza being Liza and doing Liza things, but yeah, like that was my favorite thing. That was my favorite part of the process, was that I got to work with a friend of mine that I'd known for years that we had never gotten to actually work on anything together. Like, that's really, really special. And you being an EP on it, I was just so proud. And that I had a couple of other buddies that were part of the project, and so being able to be a part of it like in that way at that capacity and to create something that we all knew felt pretty special was awesome, you know.
I slept like a baby throughout the duration of filming.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like a release of laughter and just like being so tired from whatever they were throwing at us on set that day. Because it like what was really interesting about our movie is like I remember the table read and all of us feeling like what's missing, and
Yeah.
it essentially ended up being the dancing. It really brought our movie, shocker, but it really brought our movie to life in it didn't know was there before until all of us got to know each other, come together and feel like a family. And like I know a lot of sets will come off saying like that and saying that they created a family, but I think it's because like you can't help it. Like when you're
Right.
all together, and especially like you've said this so many times, like dancers have such a different energy and radiate such a different love and joy that I think that was really special for all of us to be together. And one more thing I want to ask you, because I've heard you like say this a few times and you always just like, I don't know, put it together so perfect.
Sabrina, you're doing so well. I'm sorry. I'm so impressed with you right now. Keep going, please. Okay, that was it. Keep going.
Just gonna thank you. What do you want people to take away from this movie? Because you've stated this before.
Yeah, no, it's my favorite thing to talk about. I mean, I think that there's the Jordan that grew up watching the dance films, everything from Save the Last Dance to Honey to the Step Up series. My favorites, You Got Served, blah blah blah. There are things that are typical and there are things that are atypical in dance films that I think really kind of sheds light on why they're all so special and why they work all the time. Yeah. That was working. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure because he felt like diversity is awesome, right? And especially being a person of color and growing up in an industry where oftentimes a lot of the roles that I didn't book was because I either wasn't white enough or wasn't black enough. Dance films have everything, have everyone, all shapes, sizes, colors, creeds, orientations, religious background, sexual orientation, like all of the things. And getting that key art initially, it brought tears to my eyes. I was like, I can't, it's always needed, but it's really needed right now. Inclusivity is just the name of the game. And that's kind of how we all need to live our lives and lead with is love and inclusivity and so on and so forth. But the thing that I really hope that people take away from it, it's a couple of things. I could dilute it down to like, I hope that people feel good. I really want people to feel good in the way that we felt good making it, and the way that as fans of the film, not only were we a part of it and we're part of the creation of it, but I feel good after watching it. I hope people take that away from it. I think that the main thing that I love about it and why I'm so amped about Work It and why I love to talk about it in general, especially with it being a dance film and in that genre, dance is definitely the category. Like it's that vehicle that takes you from point A to point Z. But this film is really about people. It's about life throwing you curveballs. The life threw the whole world a curveball with the season of life that we're in right now, right? And I think that how we navigate it, how we swing for the fences and all of this will dictate our joy. It will dictate our consistency as humans and our ability to kind of bend and mold to whatever is thrown at us circumstantially. Like that's how we grow as people, right? And I think that watching Quinn, watching Jake, watching Jazz have some curveballs thrown at them, and I think the learning.
Oh, can't tell if I'm frozen or if it's young Jordan in the car. He's gonna come back though. And he's speaking facts, so I want him to finish. Oh no. Am I frozen or is it him? Or is it me? How much of this is gonna end up on IGTV when I save that? Oh, Jordan is gone. Jordan has left. He was in the middle of saying something so beautiful. Oh, it was him that was frozen. Oh, okay. Got it. Good to know. So I guess no love, it's him. Okay, great. So you guys heard everything I just said as I was rambling. That's nice. That's cool. This is why I don't go live too often, but okay, so I'm gonna end it, start it again, because again I can't